Hello, this is Naturally for Us, and I'm coming back with my family, and they're going to be telling about what they love about their marriages. Okay, so I'm back on the family and relationships. Okay, so I'm going to have my youngest son, and then after that, my oldest son. They're going to come up and tell you what they love about being married. Let me say who you guys are.
Okay. Hello, my name is DeAndre Burns. This is my wife Cherie. Say hello.
Hello.
All right. And I am youth pastor at Crenshaw Christian Center. And we're talking about what we love about each other.
Yes.
First off, you want me to let you go first?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay, ladies first.
All right. 5 things I love about being married. The first thing is I love being married to this man. He is an awesome man of God. And I think I'm jumping to number 2. He is an awesome man of God. He, anytime there's an issue in our house, the first thing he knows to do is to go to God. And I appreciate that because he set the standard in our house. So because of that, we are, as a team, training our children up in the Lord. And, just doing the very best we can in our relationship with God. And I know a large part of that is because of what he stands for. So that's number 1. Number 2, he ain't crazy.
There you go.
He is not a crazy man, and I appreciate that. I know of a lot of women that have married crazy men, and my heart goes out to you. But God brought me him, and I know that's why he ain't crazy, because God only gives you the best. So that was 2. The third thing I love about being married is how patient my husband is. He is very patient and understanding. And I know sometimes that I get crazy. And he is very patient with me. And I know if it wasn't for his patience, we would probably have some trouble. So I appreciate that, and I love that about him. Let's see. The 4th thing I love about being married to DeAndre is he's an awesome father. He really genuinely loves our children. He cares about everything that concerns them, just like God does for us. He's patient with them. He plays with them. He makes time for them. He's not just a working man. He's a father, and he fathers our children, and I love that. And the 5th thing I love about being married to DeAndre is he's innovative. The ideas that he comes up with sometimes just blows my mind, and he's very creative. So I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna throw in one more, because this is something that I pray for. He's a handyman. This man can fix almost anything. The only thing he needs to learn how to do is fix cars. Then we'll have full package. If something breaks down in their house, he saves a lot of money by knowing how to fix it. And I love that, because that gives me a lot of security. I know when something breaks, our children know when the toy breaks, whatever. Daddy will fix it. Daddy will fix it. Even when he doesn't have confidence in himself, we know he can fix it, and he does. So, yeah.
Yay!
That's good. Beautiful. All right. What I love about my wife, it's a lot of different things. Well, first off, what I love is just her. When I was young, I remember I used to always have these dreams, but I could never see who the woman was, but I knew that woman was my wife. Mm-hmm. And the beautiful thing about it is, God supplied me with my need. Everything that I need, my wife has, which has been really, really a blessing. And I love her for everything that she does. Now, that's just her first. I'm just happy my dreams were answered. God sent me the woman of my dreams. Number 2 would be it's a lot of different things, but I'll just say this. First off, was number 2. I love the fact that she is peaceful. I could come home and I don't have to trip or argue. The home is just a place of peace. with the family. So it's not a whole lot of unnecessary trips. I mean, the little things, even what she said, kind of putting up with certain things is really, really, really small in comparison to the stuff that I hear or see. We used to stay in an apartment, people arguing and fighting all the time. It's just not a place of peace. And I've even known people that try to stay away from their home because it wasn't peaceful. So I just appreciate the fact that I'm able to go home and really be able to recharge and be with my wife. Again, even with that, we haven't really had that many arguments. We've had discussions, but nothing that was just knocked down, drag out, tripping. And we've been married over 11 years. We're working on our 12th, which has been a blessing. Number 2, she is challenging. Before I got married, I was thinking about the day and maybe the next day after that. And she started off the marriage like, what's going to happen in a year? What's going to happen in 2 years? Start making me think about the future. When in the past, I was really living in the present. So I appreciate her always challenging me. And after challenging me some more. So it's a blessing, and it makes me strive to be a better man. So I really appreciate that aspect of her. I appreciate the fact that she's so nurturing. She takes care of the family, the kids. I never have to be concerned about her, just thinking about her and leaving kids by the wayside. I don't know how many of y'all ever seen like a mother, she look real good, but her kids look tacky. You know what I'm saying? They looking all busted and noses running and all that stuff. Well, she's just not like that. And she loves her children, sometimes even placing them before herself, which is a blessing to have somebody like that. For those that are in marriage, you understand that you can't be selfish. And she's definitely not selfish. She's always thinking about other people before herself, which is a blessing. Another thing was that was number 3, nurturing. Number 4, Number 4, no, I had everything already in my head, but then as I started to really expound on stuff, it just made me think. Well, number 4, she loves people. I remember this time we were walking out of Target, and there was a lady that was out begging for just for money, and sometimes you see people and you just say, hey, whatever, and you go on about your business. And I remember walking and a lady coming up and talking to us, and then me saying, no, I don't have any change, and I'm continuously walking. By the time I got to the van, I looked back and she wasn't there. She talking to the lady's crying. And, it's just a blessing how much she loves people. And the last of many other things, I love where she's from. She's from Mobile, Alabama. She's just got that southern hospitality that is so needed. Her door is always open if a person wants to come in. She loves to cook. I appreciate that. And then she just takes she takes a whole lot of pride in her house. And she just takes a lot of pride in family in general. She's always checking up on her family. It's not a whole lot of strife and tripping amongst her family. She always tries to stay in connection with them and loves to go back home as often as she can. So those are 5 of the many things that I love about my wife. Another thing I love is that she's beautiful. I love that no matter what she puts on, it looks great. Although she might be like, I don't know if this looks good or that looks good, she always looks good. I love that she's conscious about her health. She's vegetarian. She works out. She's got her own aspirations and goals and things that she likes to do. So I appreciate that. And then in the end, she loves God. She's a virtuous woman of God that I think makes everything just come together. So I appreciate my wife. I love my wife, and y'all can't have her. She's mine.
Yay! Oh, get
see y'all later.
Okay, go on. Your turn. Okay, this is my oldest son and his beautiful wife.
Hi. You want to go first, baby? I'm Jeff. This is Latrisha.
Hello.
God bless you.
Okay, we're second up, so you'll hear some duplicates, but it's just because we married into the same family. Brothers, not legs. Anyway, well, first off, I'll read my paper. First off, I would like to say number 1 is my husband. One of the reasons why I love him is his love for God. That's one of the reasons why we actually came together. It's because he has just, he loves the Lord, and I love the Lord. So it was just a perfect match. But he really loves the Lord. He doesn't just take Christianity as just, something you do. It is a part of his life. Secondly, he's very caring towards me and others, but always towards me. He's always looking out for me. He's a gentleman, opens my door. He's awesome that way, and I love that about him. Number 3, I love the fact that he's a graphic designer. I cannot draw a lick, but the fact that my child has a chance because his father, he's just, he's talented in that area, and I love that. So that's one of the things I love about him, and he's silly too. That's another one. He's my helpmate. He's always helping me. We do have a little one again with the kids, and with the kid, we only have one right now. We're working on another one soon. But he has my back. Whether it be potty training, just changing diapers, whatever. He is my help. We double team the little one every chance we get. And number 5, he's someone to share my life with. I love being married because I don't have to be by myself anymore. I have someone who loves me, who cares about me, who I can share my dreams with, my hopes, my plans, everything. And he listens, and I love that about him. And he just has my heart. And it's just, I don't know how you explain that, but for those of you who are married and in love, then you know what I mean. So, thank you, baby.
Thank you. All right, 5 things I love about my wife. Number 1, I love that she is a good helpmate for me. And when I say that, I mean that she is someone that I'm happy to come home to. She just does everything. A good wife, a good mother, and that's really important. Looking at my parents, I look at her and I see a lot of the same things that kept my parents going for over 30 years, and I see that in my wife. She's funny, and she's someone that can joke around and get me to laugh, and so it's not like I'm always the one having to keep things lively or whatever. She's actually more lively than me. I could be a stick in the mud sometimes, and she can pull me out of that and get me laughing and happy. So that's a good thing. Which takes me to the 3rd thing, which is she challenges me. She's always challenging me to strive to be the best person that I could be, to think of things in a different perspective, and also asking me, why do you always want to just hang around the house? Let's go out, let's do something, let's have fun. And and that's good for me, because sometimes I can just be one track minded and just focus on one thing, and so she does that for me. The 4th thing is that she makes me desirous for her, in the sense that when she's gone, I miss her. I get lonely, and before her, that was something that I didn't know, and you don't think about those things until a person's gone. And like if she goes out of town or whatever, then I'm actually missing her, and so that's something that obviously she's doing something while she's here to make me desirous for her when she leaves. So that's number 4, and I would say number 5 is I had a bunch of them written down too, but let's see, the 5th one would be just her smile. She lights up the room, she lights me up, she can smile, and it'll make me smile, it'll make me laugh, which goes back to one of the other 5. But those are the 5 things. I love this woman, and I'm happy to share that with you, happy to share that with the world.
Yay! Okay.
Hey.
So now I want
Here
to
comes
show
another one.
off the grandbabies. Come on, grandbabies, real quick.
Yeah.